What up, guys? It's your boy Goose. First day, last day of the week for week 1 of Wrath Classic Raiding. Now I can tell you a few things about my gear. Got a couple best in slot pieces. Lucky me, but not everyone in the guild is so lucky, you know. But I just wanted to go over a quick overview of all the 10 and 25 man content and how it's been going for all the more casual raiders as compared to like hardcore. What up, my guy? But yeah, the guild I'm in is more casual friendly, less hardcore for sure. I mean, one of our raid leads last week was like, we are a social guild over a raiding guild. You know, we're a social guild that raids. And I'm like, well, I mean, we could just be a good raiding social guild. I mean, we don't have, you know, those two things aren't mutually exclusive. So we'll see where that goes. I'm sure that once we get a few better pieces of gear for some of our DPS and healers, we'll be fine. Especially our tanks, actually. They couldn't quite do patchwork 25. He hit too hard for our off tank, right? But anyway, I'm just glad that I got to see all the raids. You know, 10-man Obsidian Sanctum. Adding the Drakes in there makes it pretty difficult. Not gonna lie, I did a pug actually with 2 Drakes. And where is this? Don't let your guards are in charge. I think that's over here, right? I could totally be wrong, but wait, it's right here. I'm an idiot. Right? Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, 10-man Obsidian Sanctum with 2 Drakes is definitely probably the hardest fight we've done so far. Or that I've done so far. A lot of responsibility for a lot of different people, especially the portal people. I'm sure 3 Drakes is even more challenging. The tanks, who were 3,700 plus gear score, kept dying the first few attempts. But after that it was cake. After they figured it out, right? The DPS actually, I think they dropped like 5 or 6 people into the portals, maybe 7. I was one of the DPS that stayed out to help DPS the Drakes, so that's whatever. I have Eternity. Yeah, because Obsidian Sanctum 25 man was pretty easy. The Drake phase is the only hard part of the fight. I mean, at the beginning, it's phase 1. It's just a little DPS race, and they're like the guild group that I was in. I was one of the 3 or 4 people that wasn't in the guild, but they were like, it was confusing at first because they kept saying like, oh, we're gonna lust when we have 2 sparks stacked, and we could barely keep. They had trouble pulling the sparks to the groups, obviously, and honestly ended up fucking it up. And we never had to. We had like 2 sparks stacked for like 10-15 seconds, but it wasn't enough to get a full like lust. And by the time we got 2 and we lusted, he was like 10 seconds from going up in the air, so all the melee couldn't do shit. So I was confused. I was like, bro, just pop it on first spark so everyone gets the damage, and then we can just pop off. Because phase 2 is not hard. You just gotta bounce between the bubbles. Phase 3, just do the rotation. It's pretty easy. Keep heals on yourself. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. It'll work out perfect for you. Trust me. Alright. And now we're getting the bear. Yes, dude. Yeah, 10-man EOE was cake. That didn't cause any issues at all. That shit was so easy. 25-man was where the issue was, because the more health, more Drakes, and when you can't burn them down fast enough because not everyone is doing amazing with the lust pulls. A little weird, in my opinion, but whatever. Yeah, 25-man was a lot harder. A lot more coordination. Definitely could have just been me, but I felt like he did the sparks, the static field or whatever. I think that's what it's called. So much faster in 25 man. That could totally be me, but it seemed like we were moving much more often than 10 man. Which, for the last time, I could totally be wrong. Don't quote me. But yeah, moving on to Nax. My guild straight up didn't have the DPS. Because we brought 235 as our dispersion, and straight up we just did not have the DPS to do the 10-man KT. Every other boss was pretty much two-shot. I think we struggled a little with Fairlina? No, we destroyed her in 10-man. 25-man, the guild had trouble with Fairlina. But I think 10-man, we pretty much two-shot every boss. One-shot half of them, two-shot most of them. The rest or whatever. Yeah, 10-man X wasn't too difficult. We had two of our 5 DPS was barely at 2k. And our healers didn't have enough mana. And we couldn't get KT down. Which, like I said, we either need to replace the low DPS or just get them a little better gear. You know how it is. The gear scaling in this expansion is much different than other ones. I mean, really, I replaced what, 4 pieces? Like, so I got Spider, Dragon Soul, Leash, and I think that's it. Cause I bought all these. Literally, you know, rep, bought, with badges and stuff. Bought. This is the only drop really, but everything over here, yeah, I got these is a drop, these is a drop, and then the 2 trinkets. So I got 4 upgrades in week 1. The only real L I took this week was Nax 25. Didn't get any gear. Only did clear half the raid though. The guild, yeah, like I said, Patchwork wrecked our 25-man group. We only have 2.5 really geared tanks, and the 4th tank just like almost a fresh 80. So he's getting 3-shot, or he's dying like, you know, 20 seconds into the Patchwork fight to the Hateful Strikes, and it just completely screws over the group because then he just cleaves one by one all the melee, and then, you know, we don't have the DPS to beat the race. So it is what it is. We'll get it next week. We just need to get Rob some gear. Other than that though, we pretty much 2-shot most of the bosses. 1-shot Noth, of course. 1-shot a noob. No, I think we 2-shot a Nubricon. But yeah, like not that difficult. There's just the checks. Like 25-man instructor. We couldn't down him in the 2 attempts we gave him. We ran out of time, first of all. Second, the whole mind control thing, it's hard, I guess. Because the priest could not do it, man. The priest could not do it. I don't know what it is about, but yeah. Week 1 of raiding's been pretty good.